Okay, there's your intro, but it's gonna be time frame messed up. But anyway, that mower doesn't have a good clutch anymore, so it can't freaking climb worth the crap. What do you think about all this room for activities, Boone? Hope he's excited, because I'm excited. Welcome to the channel, everybody. First video in the new shop. That's right, we got ourselves a shop, and I say we, you guys viewing this video helps make this stuff possible for me, so I appreciate each and every one of you for tuning in. So if you're new to the channel, we just got this place. Feel free to hit subscribe right now and like this video. But the other day I went down to old Harbor Freight and picked up some simple items, and I felt like some bare minimum essentials. The top 5 items you need for your shop if you're on a budget. So Harbor Freight is in the dictionary, you find it under we're on a budget, we don't got a lot of money, we need some stuff. You can look it up. It won't be there. But let's start it off. I'm going to go through and I'm going to list off all the prices on all this stuff too, so you can see how it unfolds. And I went there on Memorial Day. They had a sale going on. So first thing that every shop, you have to have air compressor. Now most of my trucks I do have onboard air, but I've been wanting one of these compressors for a while, and this thing on sale, it was 175 bucks. Now it's up to 135 psi, and it's got wheels that plugs into 110, which will be slick because you know you can have a simple generator. You don't need the whole gas powered rig on your truck. So we'll go through and open these things up, and Boone's back there poking at my foot. So we got ourselves a compressor. That was like the first thing on the list, and then we'll go through and open these all up when we're all done with going over the list. And second, I had to have a floor jack. This one's a low profile model. I've never bought one of those before. 100 bucks, 3 ton, and it lifts up, what is it, where you at? I thought I saw it on here. It's like 18 inches, there it is. 19 and 5/8. So low profile's not really hurting your vert. And those two are by far the biggest essential things. So you're looking at 275 bucks for the both of them. Next thing is, didn't get these at Walmart, or Walmart, Harbor Freight, whatever, same thing. You see these lights in here? They're these old fluorescent jobs, which is kind of, oh, I'm pointing them at you. They're outdated, they make a lot of noise, they're big, and they're not really doing a whole heck of a lot. So I bought $100 worth of these little Larrys. Now I did have a budget when I went down there. I didn't want to spend more than 500 bucks total, so it worked out pretty much on the dot. So I got 6 of these. They're $15 a piece. I had some old ones right here. I'll just go ahead and flick these on. I would like to have these already set up on the ceiling, but for 15 bucks, you're not going to beat these things. I believe they're little, holy mama, you know what I mean? Several of these up there. This is what I put on my dad's slab underneath the cargo thing. That guy versus that guy, you can kind of tell those things are going to win. So again, Home Depot, 15 bucks a pop right there. You can't beat that. I'll go ahead and flick this other one on. Buying a new place, you know, that's kind of been jerry-rigged. There was some crappy lights hanging up on there. I deleted those. They're laying right there. If somebody wants them, they'll be on the curb. So those things, big must, big upgrade. And the next, toolbox, your simple bare toolbox. This is the toolbox that I used to rebuild the whole top end on that fastback project. Everything in this except for a torque wrench. That's the only thing that I had to source out. I got a couple extra knickknacks in here now, but this box right here is 450 tool piece. On the go, ready to rock all the time. It's got pretty much every little odds and ends of something that you need for your simple get her started workshop process. Now I know this isn't outgoing, holy crap, we got a whole bunch of tools, but like I said, aside from a couple other extensions, torque wrench, and maybe a breaker bar, which is only another couple $100 bucks, this toolbox for I think it's actually $250 retail. I think I got this on sale. You look at Kmart or Sears or any of that, you can find that box. Again, 450 piece, and I rebuilt that whole top end on Ian's car, and then some. With this, I think I could pull a transmission, A couple extensions would be nice, but I could pull a transmission on the Dodge, any of that good mess. So those are the first 4 things that I thought of on the list. Now, trying to come up with the 5th thing was getting a little bit difficult. I couldn't think of too much, but next simple thing I would say would be a code reader. You know, you get a check engine light, you got to check that stuff out. There's one up in Taylor's truck, but we're gonna just act like it's in my hand right here. Code reader, $100, nice simple. 125 depending on which one you got. We run a couple of them, but I did in fact get my new one today. This is where it goes into updates for you guys that are OG to the channel and know stuff about my other trucks. I have 3 Dodge diesel trucks. I am having some issues on VGT on my new one, so I did buy a new code reader. It does a lot of other stuff, does you know, emissions related stuff, reburn, just every little goofy thing that you know, injector kill and stuff like that. And it does recalibration for your underneath the hood, VGT, all that mess. So that was okay. That was a little bit out of budget, but it's way cheaper than Snap-on. I got the Maxxis 906, something like that. I'll put it right here so you guys got the actual thing. That was easier than going and getting somebody to work on my truck and it made me feel better. But that was $1,300. So those are the top 5 must-haves. So let's go ahead and unbox this thing and we'll see how it works. I did get hoses and stuff for all that. All this stuff here, except for the toolbox, all those lights, that was under $500. So that is very reasonable if you're buying a shop. You know, $500. Hopefully you still got that much after sinking everything into a shop. Did get a couple other knickknacks while I was there. Extra set of pliers. You can never have too many of these jokers. I'm gonna put this on the door, and the side by does have issues with it's got a nail in that back tire. It's holding air right now, so maybe we'll just leave it. And then all your standard air hose stuff. Get these. Somebody was asking about what kind of work gloves I rock. These are the ones I use. They're Home Depot special. And just a couple extra knickknacks. Got some locks. Oh, check this out. I did get we're done with the 5 top things right now, but I want to show you. Got my gates. Yep. In case anybody cares. Let's go open some of this stuff up and see how this air compressor works. But I'm super stoked about having this place. It's 10 o'clock at night. I'm indoors. We got lights. And one other thing, this is my bike if you guys saw it in the background. If you guys care to see any footage of me riding that, just comment below. I got a couple clips I took the other day when I was riding. I'll go ahead and post those up in YouTube. I was just going to put them on Insta, but let's go ahead and open this big cherry. Not quiet. Alright, here we go. We tested everything that I felt like I needed to. The lights work. Air compressor, I aired up my tire. That was the main thing I was thinking the other day. Need an air compressor right off the bat. I got me a KTM orange. This little compressor, I'm not gonna lie, it is not quiet. So be warned, she's got a little heat to her as far as noise goes. And yeah, but oh, that's kind of funny, it bleeds off the line. I'd rather just have the air pressure in that, whatever. Low profile jack. My buddy was telling me he does have a commuter Subaru. because he used to work out of town, but he was saying he has to take it in to get the oil changed because he doesn't have a jack that fits underneath the car. So we got one of those now. Another perk of the shop. If you guys were wondering why I brought the little trailer in here, I stole my uncle's lawnmower, the little junker, so I need to take it back to him. So that's what we're gonna do. He's making a dump run tomorrow, so I'm gonna bring this mower back with some stuff to haul to the dump for me, you know what I'm saying? Multitask it. But anyway, top 5 most needed things. If you're on a budget, definitely check out. Everybody knows Harbor Freight. There's nobody that doesn't know Harbor Freight. And then they got some pretty good deals on some goofy power tools. Right now, actually, they're doing Makita, $100 for a impact gun at Home Depot. So anyway, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. The first official BS video inside the shop. Side by's back up and running. You guys want to hear the KTM? I'll just go ahead and fire it up for you. Wake the neighbors up. There's no kicker on these anymore. Oh yeah. Anyway, gonna get this thing loaded up and go inside and go to bed now that it is almost, let's see what time it is. This is the coolest perk of the shop. It is 10:30 right now. We're pulling some gray gay late nights in this shop soon to come, except for it is, you know, summertime, which means we're working around the clock. But 2 projects are here right now. My buddy with the Subaru, he's gonna bring his 12 valve over here and we're gonna do all the painting, the booth and everything inside the shop. I've decided, Grandma's truck, she called it old gray, but I don't know if I want to stay gray. So there her truck is. I think I'm gonna paint it cherry red like my 12 valve was. But I'm gonna clean that thing off and then just diagnose what's wrong with the engine, if it's salvageable. If it's gonna be a fine engine, we're gonna keep it, replace and repair what's needed, and go through the rest of the truck. I want that thing to be somewhat, you know, new vibe truck. But it's gonna be red, I'm fairly confident. Unless somebody changes my mind and I don't know about that. But anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. Hit them buttons, hit like, comment, and subscribe. Comment what you guys think about if you have this little air compressor. That's my biggest concern. The jack will be fine. I've had those before from Harbor Freight and they lasted just fine. But the compressor, it's not gonna get used all the time, so for 175 bucks, I think we'll be all right. But anyway, we'll see you guys on the next one. Have a good day. Later.